Okay, this is my vlog. This is attempt number 3. Alright, so I forgot I didn't have a chance to do a vlog yesterday because I went to meet my friend over in Virginia Beach to give a spinning lesson, and I was there from like 1:30 until 5 something. Then when I got home, I waited for my husband to get home. And then we went and cleaned the office, and then I got back home, and it was like late, and I'm sorry, but I was like wind down, go to bed kind of thing. So I didn't do one yesterday. So here it is today. If you watch my cast off Monday number 9, you will see what I've been working on, which is my art and the 2 baby blankets that I'm working on. And as for my thoughts of the day that I want people to think about, I want people to think about those of you who are still breeding or are thinking about breeding people, babies, children, humans. Think about what you name that child. Okay? Especially my people. And when I say my people, I mean people, African Americans. Okay? It ain't gotta be, I'm not even gonna say African Americans. I'm just gonna say, think about what you name that child, period. Those of you who are becoming grandparents, same thing applies to you. And it should be this should be a discussion. This should be a family discussion. And if you have children in your family who have strange names, maybe you should ask those children and let them be honest and candid with you. How do you feel about your name? Please tell me the truth. We need to know. Because they're finding out that kids with strange names, weird off the wall names that they don't know the country they came from, they don't know what that name truly means. Parents just thought it sounded cool. Oh, that's a cool name. I'm gonna give it to my son or my daughter. And then this child goes to school and no one can pronounce the name. No one can spell the name properly. Parents don't even know how to spell the name properly. Kind of thing. And so then that child, is the only person with that name. I didn't like my name because no one else had my name at school. I think all from kindergarten all the way up, the only person I ever heard of or saw or heard of, I think, did I ever meet her? I think she passed away. I don't think I ever met her. Was this older lady in the neighborhood, that someone knew. She said, my grandma or my aunt is named Juanita. You're the only other Juanita I've ever met. So I didn't like my name. Everybody else had I considered normal names. And my name was strange because those little tags kids can get for the names on them. Everybody else could find their name but me. I never could find my name. But when I went to Texas and California, my name was all over the place. I could find my name in Hispanic communities all over the place on pens, pencils, you name it, I could find it. So that's what I'm talking about. Be careful what you name your children. Think about how is that child gonna feel as that child gets older. Thank you, ma'am. With that name, is it gonna be a hindrance or is it gonna be a blessing for that child? So just think about it. Think about when they're older, going to college, trying to get a job with the name some off the wall name that you might give them. How's it going to affect their job prospects? How's it going to affect them, as they grow up? Their self-esteem, depression. There's so many things that your name can drag a person down. So why start your child off on the wrong foot? I personally believe that all children should be given the opportunity when they reach adulthood, if they want to change their name, their first name, because most last names are acceptable. If they want to change their first name, they should be given a freebie, especially if they have an unconventional first name. I think that child should be given the opportunity to show their parents exactly how they feel about that name you gave me, and be allowed to change the name if it's something that isn't a conventional name. Now, that's just my thoughts on it. Okay. So I showed you guys, like, for those of you who probably aren't gonna go and look, this is what I've been working on. That's Nikki Giovanni, and that's Dump for Stump. So I've been trying to work on my drawing and stuff for class. And yes, I'm doing it small, on a small little pad, because it's something easy to fit in my bag. I'll take with me to work. I gotta do some other stuff. What we're practicing on, we gotta do blind contour drawing. So basically, you set your art pad off to your right or left, depending on which hand you draw with. And you have the object sitting off. Like, if I'm drawing with my right hand, then my pad would be off to my right, and the object would be off to my left. And I have to look at the object on my left while I'm drawing on the pad. I'm supposed to be trying to draw this object without looking. So it's called a blind contour drawing. And basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to teach you eye-hand coordination, so you become comfortable with taking a quick glance at something and then looking down at that paper and drawing it without looking at it again. It's a memory thing that they're trying to help you with. Memory, distance, proportion, and spatial awareness. So that's what that exercise is for. With the garden, it rained last night, so I'm going to have to redust my plants tomorrow if it's nice and sunny. I was given a chance to dry it out there some. And my skin is itching because the sun was shining on the way home. And so I got another dose of sun, so my skin is itching and irritated again today. So I got to find my steroid cream and rub it on my arms. To stop the itching. Might end up having to take a Benadryl, and if that happens, I'll be going to sleep. But that's all that's going on with me. That's my vlog. Take what you can from it. Get mad if you want to. I don't care. I'm just telling you how I feel about it. Okay? And truth be told, you as a parent need to sit down and have a conversation with your child, if that child does have an unusual name, and find out how that child feels about their name. And don't get mad at that child, because that was a decision you made when that child was no way, form, shape, or fashion able to consult with you about it. But once they become their own person, their own individual, then they, with their own mind, they can discuss this with you in an intelligent way and let you know, I don't like my name, and this is why. And you have to accept that. You might even have to begin the proceedings to have that help that child get a name that they approve of, that they feel comfortable with, that they feel is them. And as well as get that child some counseling to help them get over any type of hurt and pain they may be dealing with from being picked on at school. So it could be a serious situation for that child. And it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. If you are truly trying to immerse yourself in a culture and learn about that culture and become that culture, learn that culture's faith, accept that culture's faith, truly immersing yourself into that culture, and you want that culture for your children, for their future, that's different. Giving that child a name from that culture, and you actually know what that name means, knows it's a name of power or of God or whatever it is that you're trying to convey into this child. That's different than if you hear a name or see a name on TV and you say, oh, that's cool, I'm going to name my child because it's cool. It's cool to you at that moment. But you're not the one who has to walk around with that name until you are either old enough or have the money to change it or do something about it. So that's just my rant for today. This rant has been brought to you. All right, y'all. I'm going to go. So y'all take care.